Let me get the tweet out. What is taking it so long to come up? All right. Cool. All right, tweets out. Very tough loss. Very, very tough loss. Very tough of my parlay not to go through. Hold on. Let me see. It's like cutting off my head. Cooking up enough plate. I missed the desk in the studio. Alright. Best we're gonna do right now. Whatever. Anyway. And it's still cutting my head off. And I don't have the chair to adjust the height. Whatever, man. It is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Knicks fans here, there, and abound. Welcome to Postgame Pouting with I Hate Sean. This is Postgame Pouting. I Hate Sean. And the Knicks took a tough loss tonight. It's bothering me visually. Whatever. The Knicks took a tough loss tonight, 119-108 to the Bucks. We were in it for a lot of the game. We had a rough night, man. We had a rough night. There were a lot of different factors. I don't really know where to start. It's a tough game to lose because, we showed up for it. We wanted this one. It would have been a very validating feeling. Well, one, shout out to the Bucks. I mean, they're a very good basketball team. But because they're a very good basketball team, and we've seen this now against the Bucks and the Grizzlies, it's really tough to beat really good basketball teams on the road, especially with the refs on their side, bro. Like, this game was not called evenly. So much so that I don't feel a way saying that. I feel like anybody who watched this game would feel that it wasn't called evenly. There were a lot of different places where it was just very, very clear. Even toward the end, like beyond foul calls, which I thought were weird. Giannis was on the floor and called a timeout to when he was getting tied up. And they gave him the timeout. It's just like, yo, come on. Certain things like that where it's just like, these are like, this isn't even subjective. Like, these are simple rules of basketball, like what you can and can't do. And you are blatantly throwing them out of the window to keep this going. And it's disgusting. And that's got to stop, bro. It's too, like, we worked really hard tonight. Like, we could have played better. You're very rarely going to win a game where you give up an 18-0 run on the road in the third quarter. That's tough regardless. But, man, the refs made tonight very tough for us, and it's unfortunate. And, the amount of, like, I'm really tired of watching RJ Barrett go to the basket and get beat up and get nothing. And it happened so many times tonight. So many times RJ Barrett went to the basket and was getting hit. At one play, you could hear the slap on the microphone, bro, and it took them a minute to call the foul. I think the only reason they did it is because it was like, okay, we know that everyone heard that slap. Like, he's going in there and he's getting abused, bro. And then I try to think, okay, maybe not, because at the end of the day, he does have to finish some of those. I get it. But like I try to think maybe he's not getting fouled, maybe he's just blah blah blah. He's got to finish. But then we go to the other end and we see people getting all kind of phantom calls and all kind of, if you're breathing in his area, he's going to the line. And I just don't understand why that doesn't go both ways. Even some of the layups RJ made today, it's like that should be an and one. That layup where Cam scooped it, like that should be an and one. Like we're getting fouled and we're just simply not getting those calls. And that's really upsetting, bro, because it's like no matter how well you play, no matter how hard you fight, if you got to battle the good team on the road and battle the refs, like you're fighting a losing battle, man. Like that's not fair. Like it's not. I like, and I'm not saying that we deserve to win this game. That's not what I'm saying here. But I feel like we deserve to know if we could. Like we deserve to know if we could at the very least. Like I feel like I would like to have a level playing field against one of these teams and like see where we're at. Like I would like to be able to really see. Like I would like to have the game called fairly. Like, beat us with the refs call. I'm not saying that to the Bucks fans at all. Like, with the refs, though, like, make it a fair game, bro. I don't want to get on here and talk about how the refs killed us. I don't. Because at the end of the day, like I said, you cannot give up an 18-0 run on the road and win the game. It's very tough to do. We gave up way too many second chance points, bro. We got killed on the offensive glass. Absolutely killed on the offensive glass. And with the fact that we were getting killed on the offensive glass in the first half, so I'm just really annoyed that there's plays where the shot is going up and guys are not boxing out. With the way that we were getting our asses kicked on the offensive glass, every time a shot went up, everybody should have been boxing out. Everybody should have been finding a man and putting the body on him. And if you can't find a man, find a space to box out. That's a simple fundamental. That's fixable. We got beat to way too many loose balls, and it's like we gave up extra opportunities. We played good defense, got stops, and then didn't close out the possession. And when you're playing against a team, not only that's a great team, but against a team that's one of the best defensive teams in the league, like that 108 points might have been enough to beat them if we didn't give up all the second chance points we gave up. You had to give yourself that chance, and so that's frustrating. We didn't really have a good offensive flow tonight. It was tough. Brunson had a rough night. They had a really good game plan for him. Randall didn't really get it going. Obi Toppin shot the lights out. Shout out to Obi Toppin. He's got to get more minutes, bro. There have to be minutes for him. Like there have to be minutes for Obi Toppin. I want to fix this. I don't like this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna fix this. I tried to just get over it, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't just get over it. It's that kind of night. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that kind of night. This will have to do. I miss my room. No, because now it looks like I'm a floating head. Anyway, yeah, man. We struggled offensively. We didn't get a flow going the same way. The Bucks are a very good defensive team. But yeah, Obi Toppin shot the ball really well. We've got to find a way for him to be able to play, man. Like, especially with him shooting this way. I mean, he got almost 17 minutes tonight. That's more. And so I'm just hoping that he can get some consistent. All right, whatever. But yeah, there's got to be a way he can get some consistent minutes. Emmanuel Quigley was phenomenal tonight on both ends of the floor. I feel like he was probably our most consistent player throughout the game. He attacked, he picked the spots, he put pressure on the defense, he knocked his jumper down, and he was excellent defensively, bro. Excellent on the defensive end. Quick is pretty much always excellent on the defensive end. Nobody ever wants to talk about it. Like, with Quick, they like to try to point out his shortcomings, wait for him to have a bad game, say he doesn't do enough of this, say he doesn't do enough of that. But he's an excellent defender, bro. Emmanuel Quickly is an excellent defender on and off ball, which also leads to him being a good rebounder because he's so active and he's normally in position. And so, just a really good game from Quick, man. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from him so far this year. I'm very excited about it. He's playing very well. He's putting a string of good games together. And a lot of people had so much to say after the Memphis game where he didn't play well and he had the off night in preseason. But I want the same level. I want that same decibel level, and we never get that. I want that same decibel level when he plays well. He's strung together a consecutive streak of good games in different ways, whether it be playmaking, scoring, all of it, rebounding, whatever it is. He's doing what we need him to do. So shout out to Emmanuel Quickly. And please put some respect on his name. I don't know. The guy's in his third year, beginning of the season, and he's starting off really well, and he's doing a bunch of different things, and he's a good look for us. And I'm glad he was able to close the game. Yeah, shout out to Emmanuel Quickly. RJ. Very slow start. The jumper, the struggles with the jumper are painful. I need it to fall. Because RJ honestly put a good game together today because of that third quarter. He really got it going. He started attacking. He got the one jumper to fall. And once again, he's getting clobbered. He should have had an extra at least 5 to 6 free throw attempts tonight. He should have had an easy extra 5 to 6 free throw attempts tonight. He was getting clobbered. And so, with that, we can't make the calls happen. But, if that jumper falls, you hit even 2 more of those threes. What was he from 3? It was bad. It was 1 for 8, I think. Oh, man, let me see. 1 for 7. He was 7 for 17 from the field, 1 for 7 from 3. I mean, he did a solid job getting to the rack. That those threes just got to fall, though, man. That's got to fall at some point, and I'm hoping that some point is soon. It's very unfortunate that he seems to start the season on these slumps. The mechanics of the jumper, the way that he was shooting the ball in preseason just looked different. And I know that, a lot of basketball is mental, and I feel with the jumper struggling, it's starting to get in his head. But, the mechanics and the quickness that he was shooting it with, the release, everything looked beautiful in preseason. I was about to cry. It was so beautiful. And, we're just not seeing that anymore. Some of those misses are close misses, but, it's the sharpness and the quickness and the confidence and the mechanics that goes a long way for those small misses. So, I'm confident that soon enough those shots will start to fall. And when it does, nights like tonight where he gets 20, I think he had. I'm pretty sure he had 20. Yeah, nights like tonight where he's got 20 on 7 for 17, become 29 on 10 for 17. It's a whole different ball game right there. So, you got to be patient with RJ, but I know that because he's missing his threes and he's slumping in that regard, people are just going to say he's not playing well. Last time when he had the bad first half against the Magic and then had a great second half, they told me that his second half just didn't count. They said it happened in garbage time, even though that was a game that was a 10-point game with a minute left. But, I mean, hey, I guess I don't know if people know what garbage time means. But, yeah, I don't know. They're going to try to act like he was really bad today, and he wasn't. He struggled with the jumper. It's tough to see him struggle with the jumper, but he had a good game. And so if he's we just need the jumper to fall. And we've seen this happen before. So everybody, I wish in year 4 he should be more consistent. Yes, we all want that. This is the beginning of year 4. So the jumper will fall and we'll be in good hands. We'll be in good shape. But he's playing well. I like the way that he's, to go 20 points 7 for 17 while being 1 for 7 from 3 is pretty. And he's not getting any calls. Oh, let's get to the comments, man. I rambled for a long time. Landers was good. Yeah, Knicks better be shooting free throws in the Milwaukee High School gym tonight. Yeah, that's another thing. We killed ourselves at the line, bro. Hold on. Let me see. Oh my goodness. We went to the line and just stabbed ourselves repeatedly. 22 for 32 from the free throw line. We missed 10 free throws and shot 68%, 69% pretty much. At a lot of points in that game where it was a 5-6 point game, if we shoot even, the 80% from the free throw line, 78, that makes a big difference. And so, yeah, we got to do better than that from the free throw line for sure, Landis. That was a big thing for us. Leo said Tibbs a criminal for coming out with that same lineup out of the timeout in the third quarter. Yeah, man. I don't want to call him a criminal. The team shut up. They played well. They were prepared to play. And he has his strengths. And we're, overall we're 3-2. You can go into Cleveland on Sunday and be 4-2. That'd be a good way to start this stretch. Honestly, it's a tough game, tough team to play. But he does have some of those drawbacks that rear their head, and leaving the lineup on the floor for too long in the third quarter is part of that for sure. Like I wish I would see that change. We saw some things improve with Tibbs and how he operates. I'm happy that Quick is getting the minutes. I'm really happy about that. He got 28 minutes tonight. He hasn't really been struggling to get minutes. Honestly, like I worried he would before the season. I would like for Obi to find a way to play, but just still decisions like that. The third quarter is reeling, and I said it. The thing is, the part that makes things most frustrating is because if you watched Halftime Hopefuls, I said it. I said it's a 6-point game. It's a very close game. We're in this game. We're not playing very well. The last thing we can afford to have happen is to have them jump on us in the beginning of the third. I was like, they jumped on us at the beginning of the game. We fought back. I was like, you turn a 6-point game into a 15-point game, it's going to be tough to come back from. And so to allow them to go on an 18-0 run, and it's like you knew. And also one thing I was saying, I hope we wouldn't have to wait too long to see Quick get back in the game because he played so well to end the quarter previously. Like he was playing really well, so it's just like that plug should have been pulled quickly. Like okay, no pun intended. But we need this infusion. We like this. It's a 9-0 run. It's a 12-0 run. We can't just keep you can't let the hole continue to dig itself. I feel like that's what ends up happening with us sometimes with those lineups and not making that change. The hole starts to be dug and then you don't make a decision and now the hole is digging itself. And you gotta now try to climb out of that hole. Make that decision. At least you see the hole getting dug, take the shovel, bro. Yank the shovel, please yank the shovel. And a lot of times the hole is being dug and he's just watching the shovel and leaving it out there and saying it'll stop eventually. Leo said they got cooked on D. The way that the Bucks play, man, I mean, between their defense and then getting out in transition and then just surrounding Giannis with shooters and moving the ball, we had a lot of those flybys. Javon Carter killed us. And you just hate to have a Javon Carter kill you. No disrespect to Javon Carter, you feel me? But you just hate to get killed by Javon Carter, bro. How many points did Javon Carter have? I'm gonna throw up. Okay, 14. Nothing crazy, but 4 for 11 from 3. And I feel like his threes were just timely, bro. I feel like his threes were timely. But yeah, that's a tough one. That's a real tough one. That's a tough one. Dia said, tough loss. The refs are trash too. Indeed, they were trash. Definitely a tough loss. The refs were awful. Big Task at Hand said, we will be back. Let's hold our heads up. Nick Pride. That's a fact, y'all. I see a lot of, somebody tweeted me and said people are talking about tanking or whatever after a loss. And, who knows what people are talking about. People are very reactionary. Basketball is an 82-game season. I wanted to win this game tonight. This is also a very, very tough team. Was playing very well, and they were at home, and the refs were clearly not on our side. I like the fact that we fought. We didn't really have a good game. We didn't really have a good night, and we fought. And the same case against the Grizzlies. We really could have came out with a win there. We fought. It was a tough night. And so, the fact that we're showing up and fighting every single night, regardless of what happens, I mean, when we were down 24 points after that 18-0 run, it kind of that the night could have been over right there. We fought our way back into the game. We made it a game. We had an opportunity down the stretch. It's tough. It doesn't go that way. You're not going to win all of them. But for people who want to be overreactionary and, we got to tank or we're going to suck or blah, 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 I don't know, bro. People, I don't know. Yeah, people are nasty. I saw somebody tweeted me and was like, oh, quickly, it's so bad. I'm just I literally was like, yo, you're either joking or stupid. Either way, haha. Because, What are we talking about, son? Like, we just watched the game. I don't know how people do that. That's the part that like bothers me, and I've been telling myself I'm gonna stop using the word stupid, but like, we all watched the same game, bro. Like, what did you watch? What did you watch to come out of that and say quickly is bad? That means you're just committed to whatever you think. And people don't understand that. And so another thing, and I don't know if anybody else saw it, but I didn't want to tweet about it. I guess I'll just, respond to it here. But like, I took the picture with Jalen Brunson the other day. And, a lot of people, first of all, for the love that anybody showed, thank you. That's really cool. I'm so sorry I didn't get to get back to those. I fell asleep and, I was off my phone for the rest of the night. So when I woke up, it was just like, it was a lot to get back to. But then some people were telling me like there was like a subreddit thread or whatever about how like screenshots of my old tweets about not wanting Jalen Brunson, and even though like this whole time I've made it abundantly clear like I didn't want Jalen Brunson because I wanted quick to start. I've been super supportive of the Jalen Brunson move since before it happened, and definitely since it happened. I was calling the people who were saying it was an overpay and saying, oh, it's just nepotism and it's their godson, blah, blah, blah. I was calling all of that stupid. I was saying he's a hooper, blah, blah, blah. Always on record, on record through tweets, on record through video. And so I went to the Garden and watched our starting point guard steal the hearts of the entire fan base in real time. And then I walked outside and happened to be one of 3 people that was standing there as he happened to be walking out. Like, that was really dope. And so for anybody to see that and have any, like, negativity toward it is just, like, weird. And, like, to think they're, like, dunking on my takes, I don't really know. But, like, KD said it, though, and, like, I always quote this because he was so right. NBA fans don't like basketball. Like, they don't like a lot of people like narratives. They like narratives. And so regardless of the fact that, like, of course, and that's another thing. People were screenshotting my tweets from April because they don't know how to change their opinion, or they don't know how to like adapt to what happens. They're just dying on their narrative. They're dying on their hill. And that's why people can watch a game like this and then end it and say quickly play bad. Like, are you even watching the basketball? Like, is it about basketball for you? It's about basketball for me at the end of the day. Like, basketball comes first and foremost. Like, let's talk about basketball. I enjoy talking about basketball. And so, I just keep your heads low, guys. It's a lot of bull through the air. I'm doing my best not to use expletives. But it's a lot through the air. So keep your heads low, but keep your heads high because this is a solid game. We went out there, we fought on the road in a tough environment with the refs against us, and in the game we didn't really play that well, and we did everything we could up until the end. So like I'm not like woe is me over this game. I'm not the sky is falling over this game. I'm just looking forward to Cleveland, man. I'm looking forward to Cleveland. I hope that we get out there and we match up well. I hope that RJ has a really good showing against Donovan. And I would love to pull out a win in Cleveland. I think that would be a really big statement. It would be nice to be 4-2 and come back home. So, let's get a dub. Let's get a dub out in Cleveland. Boom. Landis said, so I'll tweet about Fournier and quickly plus minus difference. How can you look at them and start Fournier? Like, at what point? I honestly think that I don't know what's going on with Grimes. But I feel like whatever's going on with Grimes is why Evan Fournier is still here. And if he's not, even if he's not moved, I feel like if Grimes becomes healthy, I just think there's no way that you can keep giving that guy minutes. And once again, I hate to do this right now. I'm only responding to your comment. He shot the ball well today. But that's it. That's it. That's all he can do. And if you got guys on the floor who can shoot well and actually do the rest of what basketball requires or entails, you put yourself in better position. Bro, the way that Quick was defending on some of those screens, that defense, like that play on Grayson Allen where he just, was following him off the ball, locking him up, and then he got the ball and he got through the screen, then he got over it, then he beat him through to the other side, then he cut him off, and then he blocked the shot. Like, that is great defense. He had so many possessions, bro. Like, from now, if you don't pay attention, bro, when Emmanuel Quickly's on the floor, watch him on defense, bro. Just watch him on defense. He's so active. He does such a good job in help. He does such a good job on the ball. He makes the right rotations. He fights through screens. He beats his man to the spot. He uses his verticality. He uses his wingspan. He even does okay when he switched on the bigger guys. Like, Emmanuel Quickly is such an excellent defender, bro, and it needs to be talked about more. Neil said, bad on the boards, bad passes, bad subs by the coach, no ball movement in the third, auto L for the New York Knicks. We will see next game if they're capable of learning on the fly. Yeah, that's facts. A lot was bad tonight. A lot was bad. And we're going to have to adjust so that we don't, replicate some of these issues that we're having. Like, we can't let these things become habits. Like, bad games can't become bad habits. And so, we got to fix some of these things for sure. It's going to be a big test out there in Cleveland, and we got to make it happen. We knew this game would be tough, and it was tough. Jake Fish said Grimes will start over Fournier once he's back. I'm also confident in that. I just am not as confident in when he'll be back. We have no idea. And at this point, I don't really believe sore left foot. So, yeah. Boom. Neil said Fournier should be a Laker and Tibbs should be in Guantanamo. I agree about Fournier being a Laker. I'm going to leave it there. Diaz said, I know everyone is hating on RJ, but the truth is he's just missing those threes. When he starts hitting them, he'll be good. Yeah, man, like I said, RJ didn't have a bad game today. He just didn't hit his shot. We need the shots to drop. I'm not saying we don't. But he's not. That wasn't a bad game. And yeah, I'm confident that the shot will start to drop soon, and when it does, we're in great shape. Eric Kang said, whole team played bad. I want Fournier benched. We all want things. We all want things. Some of us want those things. Me included. Neil said, I forgot about free throws. Sigh. Should have been a nail biter instead of a slow death. Third quarter of doom was deserved after Tip started with the same starters. Infuriating process by the war criminal. It's not. I don't have an issue with him starting the half with the starters, but you've got to make an adjustment at a point, and it shouldn't be at that same point you always make it at. It can't just be, all right, well, at 4 minutes we're gonna put at 3.5 minutes we're gonna put the bench in. Nah, bro. If you start the quarter and 5 minutes into it, everything turns to shit. I don't know. I couldn't. I don't know. I gotta find another. I gotta do better with that. But yeah, if everything goes haywire, okay, I guess. If everything goes haywire 5 minutes into it, you got to make the change, bro. You can't just still make the change at the point where you normally make it at. It's okay. Adjust. Make the change. Because then very resilient team. And that's part of the reason you can't allow the hole to build up like that. Because an 18-0 run that became a 24-point game could have been a 12-2 run that became I didn't do the math in my head in time. 18-point game, I think, because 18-0 is 18 difference, and then 10-0. No, so 16-point game. So, yeah, and then coming back from 16 and coming back from 24 are very different. Javon Carter cooked us defensively and from three. Cooked us, bro. Hate getting cooked by a Javon Carter game. Neil said they couldn't do that against Boston, though. Bozos. Bums always become billionaires when they play the Knicks. Javon freaking Carter. RJ hate is stupid, but the slow start will invite stupidity and valid criticism his way. He needs to lock in. Free Obi Toppin and Jericho Sims. Tonight was the perfect Sims game, and Tibbs just enjoy watching Hartenstein getting cooked on the boards. Neil going off. So yeah, RJ hit is stupid, but yeah, the slow start invites some of that and valid criticism as well. So we just hope he snaps out of that because I'm tired of that being the conversation every day. And yeah, free Obi Toppin, man. He's got to be able to get more minutes now when he's playing so well and shooting so well. He's been one of our better shooters this season, honestly. So I mean, you said we need shooting, put him on the court. My man is sniping. He hit a step back three over Drew Holiday. I was like, hold up. My man said, pump fake, side step, poof. I was like, yo, if Obi's gonna shoot like that, you can even find him minutes at the three if you need to. I know it sounds crazy, but he can't keep begging for 15 minutes, bro. He's playing too well. He's too valuable to the team. He's too impactful when he's on the floor. You gotta find a way to get him out there. Gotta find a way to get him out there, man. Put winning players on the floor, you win games. Winning players win games. Wow. And for anybody who would say, putting Obi at the 3, which I'm not saying that should be what we do or whatever, but people are probably shutting it down saying, oh, he can't defend the wing. I'll take my chances with Obi Toppin defending somebody before I would have Evan Fournier on him. And I'm so serious. 100% serious. So, do with that what you will. Landon said, Evan the type of dude to lead the team in high knees on the flight home to try and win Tibbs over, lead the team in high knees. Yeah, man, he just... I don't have much to say about Evan, man. Once again, he shot well today. Yeah, he shot well. Neil said, Evan Fournier is the new Burks. Tibbs is doing the dude dirty. Mr. Getty's class, excuse the Zoom height, it's Zoom's fault. Yeah, Evan Fournier. Evan Fournier's the new Evan Fournier, man. That's nothing new. Michelle was good. Hartenstein loved that he wanted to be a Knick, but my man cannot rebound to save his life. Yeah, like he's got, I don't know, man, like, because he gets boards. Like, he, like, watch, in the box score right now, how many boards did he have? I don't know how he does that. So Hartenstein ended up with 8 boards. Like, he 8 boards, 27 minutes. He gets boards, but, like, I get it. I also understand, like, he needs to be a better rebounder. I don't know how to describe, but, like, you look in the box score, he's got 8 or 9 boards, and, like, one of the games he had, like, 9 boards in, like, 17 minutes or 18 minutes. And so it's like he can rebound in volume, but, like, on a play-by-play basis, like, he doesn't go get that board. It is kind of crazy. I feel weird saying it, but, like, we see it. Eric King said Fournier doesn't fit this team anymore. Hats don't fit my head anymore, but I've known that for a while because I've always had a big head and my hair is really long. It's not news. Same. Michelle said, also, what are your thoughts on Rose's minutes? Rose has been really productive in his minutes. Like, he had, 12 points in 15 minutes tonight? On the MSG broadcast, they said that he's had 64 minutes a season and has 44 points. So he's putting up points. He's producing while he's out there. I don't know if they're saving him or conserving him or, what it is. But he's giving us solid minutes when he is giving us minutes. Kimberly Lawrence here said, too many missed free throws, too much Fournier. Too many missed free throws indeed. And yes, too much Fournier. I don't want to be the one to say it, so I'm just going to let everybody else say it. I don't want to keep beating a dead horse, and I don't want to be that guy. And once again, like, what did he have today? 11 points, 4 rebounds, 4 for 12 from the field, 3 for 7 from 3. I mean, 3 for 7 from 3 in 20 minutes. His job is to shoot. But, like, with the whole he's the best shooter on the team thing, that's why I can't wait till Grimes comes back. I'm not going to say too much about it until Grimes gets back. Even today, he only played 20 minutes. So, I'm not really going to say a whole lot about him. Like, it is what it is. Hopefully when Grimes gets back, he's not playing anymore. But, like, for people who think that he deserves to play even when Grimes is here, like, because a lot of people act like I'm, like, making things up or being unfair when I, like, say that I don't want Evan Fournier to play basketball. Him being the best shooter on our team. He went 3 for 7 tonight for 11 points. Like, what is that really providing us? Like, over everything else. And when you consider the fact that Emmanuel Quigley can also shoot the ball, that Quentin Grimes can also shoot the ball, and that if you give Cam Reddish 7 threes, he might also hit 3. Like, like, there's other guys who are capable of shooting the ball. Like, it's not like he's some, like, lights out, knockdown shooter that's giving us 25 a night with his shooting because he's running through back screens and he's 6 for 8 from 3 in the first half. Like, that's not the case. And so what you're getting is a guy who, yes, can shoot. He is a good shooter. And he's shooting at a pretty like above average rate, nothing elite, and he's giving nothing else. Nothing else. And that's not even his fault. He's not really capable of giving us much more. He is who he is. He's giving us what he has. I'm not even trying to make this a Fournier slander thing. He is giving us what he has. He just doesn't have that much outside of a jumper. So, only 20 minutes tonight. I hope his minutes continue to dwindle and that we lean more into Quick and more into Cam Reddish, and that hopefully when Grimes comes back, I don't have to watch Evan start. I don't have to watch Evan play. But, it is what it is. It's not news, though. We've known this. Hit the like button, y'all. Helps the stream. Salute. Support the Zoom class. Yeah, hit the like button for sure. Subscribe, tell a friend, all that good stuff. Bruns him indeed. Tough night tonight, but looking forward to the bounce back. Looking forward to his performance against Cleveland for sure. Kimberly Lawrence said Quick was a plus 11. He was great, best on the team tonight, and that def matches the eye test. That's the thing. You can't always go with the plus minus thing, but yes, that I like. Certain stats aren't always super reliable, and then you got it but if they match the eye test, I feel like it's more valid in my opinion. And there's no quantification of you can't quantify the eye test, so there's no concrete way to say that for it to make sense to everybody. But yeah, he was plus 11. If he had the best plus minus on the team, he had that, most positive impact on the team. That is how the game looked as I watched it. He looked like he was impacting the game, and so yeah, it matches the eye test, and I think that makes it more valid. But yeah, shout out to Quick, man. He was great. He was really great. Someone needs to donate their foot for Grimes. Sacrifices are necessary sometimes in life. To be honest, my foot has been bothering me for a week or two now, and let me not. Never mind. But yeah, Quentin Grimes, please come back. Kimberly said Evan was 4 for 12. He did not shoot well tonight. The thing is, he goes 4 for 12 as the guy was here to shoot. And it's a good game. I'm not supposed to say nothing. But anybody else go 4 for 12. Yeah, you're right. He was 3 for 7 from 3. He hit shots, but he was not good. He was. I hate that I got to be saying, yeah, he had a good game tonight. He was not good, bro. He was not good. I'm trying. I know. I'm trying so hard, but he was not good, bro. I don't need to watch him play basketball, and it's not his fault. Neil said the way the Knicks ignore Fournier analytics is the same way the Yankees should ignore the same way Yankees ignore IKF analytics. Too soon, I know. Hey, man, sports are a mistake, as you always say. William said Grimes can't play. Why? Something is wrong with that foot, man. Ray thinks it's plantar fasciitis. It's not looking good, but I hope he's back soon. Neil said, get some rest, brother. The game don't deserve the energy, TBH. You're right. This game doesn't deserve this much energy. I don't even want to talk about it anymore, for real. Eric said, really hope this game won't look similar to Sunday when we play Cleveland. I think we'll bounce back well. I totally agree with you, Sean. We're on the same page. Just because you're a real one, Kimberly. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Neil. Appreciate all of y'all in here. It's love. Thank you so much. This is a tough game. I didn't have the feeling of I want to get in here and talk about it necessarily. I mean, I always want to do it with y'all, but it's not excitement. It's not great energy. I feel myself being low energy, and y'all still put up and y'all still rocked out for the whole show. And I know these shows are much tougher to show up for because even I love Postgame Prosperity way more than Postgame Pouting. But either way, y'all were here, and I appreciate that. We at the Knicks will all appreciate that. And so, just be on the lookout. We're here, and we'll be back on Sunday night. So until then, y'all have a great one. Love you guys, and let's go 4-2. Adios. Need the Twitch streams back for positive content. I'm not in my room. It's weird. I do miss streaming though, so maybe I'll get back on there anyway. But yeah, I'm not in my room. I'm not in my